and share. Just wanted to make sure that I shared this out. I am here at my healing garden space, and I wanted to share with you the sign that I just finished. And if you were here with me the last time, I shared with you a little bit about the actual space, but today I decided to work on the sign itself and get that done so I could put it in front so people who come here would actually be aware that there's something that is being worked on. So I'm going to flip the camera and share with you the completed sign, and then share with you a little bit more of what I'm going to do today. But yeah, I've been working all morning on the sign. It's simple, but it's colorful, and I'm not sure if this is going to be like the. Let me just go ahead and flip the camera and stop talking. I'm not sure if this is going to be the permanent spot, but I think it looks good right there. So I'm right outside the space. This chair is going to become like a mini garden. I have a few plants that I'm going to actually put in there. And I still have quite a few twigs and things from the storm that I'm going to be cleaning up here. But I wanted to share with you the sign. This is the sign that I just did. I do have to seal it. It's I used acrylic paints, but I do want to put a coat of sealant over it, some kind of sealant. And so what do you think, guys? Kind of like how it looks. It's just leaning up against an old like headboard, bedpost right now, but it is at the entrance. So here at the entrance, I have a few bamboo, some long bamboo pieces that I think I'm going to use to kind of create a doorway, so to speak. I think I will put one beside the kind of leaning up here, and then another one maybe over here somewhere or against that tree, and then I'll see if I can connect one across the top so it creates like an entrance feel to it, and maybe hang some fabrics down. I haven't really thought about that just yet, but it's just an idea that I'm kind of playing around with. So the sign is here. That is finished, and then I'm going in to the actual space, which, like I said, I'm still working on, but I do have a few plants that I pulled in, and I've got some cleanup to do, lots of cleanup to do in here, but it doesn't look really bad right now. The lady who did yoga, she was here earlier. They've done a little bit of cleanup in their space. We just have to kind of, get rid of all of these big pieces of the twigs here. So like I said, we just had a hurricane. Still a bit of cleanup to do. But here I am. And this is the space. So let me know what you think. That is the sign, and I think I'm going to I have a few other plants that I'm going to bring in, but I want to work on maybe getting a few more of these twigs kind of taken out. And I think the plan is, ooh, I see these metal chairs over here would make really good planters. Let me switch around. These metal chairs, I think I will put some plants inside and then have them kind of crawl up and create a sculptural effect. So there's that one. And then there's a couple more out here that I could plant some trailer plants on. And I did get permission to put some plants in here. I won't have anything too heavy, but I did get permission to put some plants in here to kind of dress this up a bit. But this got really beat up during this last storm that we had. But and I have some ideas for, here's the bamboo pieces that I'm thinking about turning into like a doorway. So there are a couple pieces lying here on the ground, another piece right there, but there's this pillar that is metal. So I am thinking about how I can utilize that in the garden as well. But like I said, just lots of ideas that I'm playing around with, and I just get the ideas, I write them down, and then I play around with them and see if they work, and if they don't, that's fine too. But this is going to be a space that is always in motion, always changing. So yeah, because as people come in and we do the meditations, we do the artwork, plants grow, they get moved around, so there's going to be a lot of change that occurs. It is a garden still, so there will always be growth and change that takes place in here, and growth and change as far as the plants are concerned, and growth and change as far as the people who actually come into this space, right? Because this is going to be a meditation space, sound healing, art, like therapeutic arts, and then just there will be times for fun as well. So I wanted to share with you another piece. This was given to me this morning. So what I'm going to do, this is a piece of driftwood that they found, and I was playing around with the idea of tucking a few bromeliads inside, because bromeliads are so easy, and the space here is perfect to put a little bit of soil and then just tuck a few bromeliads, and this will be like a hanging sculpture, so to speak. So I've got that one there. And what's a garden without a disco ball, right? Gotta have a disco ball. So right now, the plan is to eventually be able to do like full moon circles in here, but I know that there's not maybe some drum circles in the evening, but I know there's not a lot of light. There's not a whole lot of electricity that runs throughout the property. So for now, we're kind of working on just doing those type of programs during the day, or late in the evening before it gets too dark. And then, at some point in the future, maybe we can bring in some like hurricane lanterns that are really bright, like LED lighting, that sort of thing. Maybe still be able to do those type of events here as well, so that we're not lighting candles or anything like that, but battery operated lighting, since we don't have a lot of electricity. There is some, but they've really, Mrs. Mango's and the family that took over, they really tried to keep this as natural as possible. So the only electricity here is a necessity, like if there's a pump in the lake, so there's it's needed for that, but there's not too much like artificial wiring that is run throughout here. So for those of you who are just coming on, let me turn back around and show you. There's the sign. The sign is done. And like I said, I don't think that's going to be the permanent position, but I actually like it right there. So it just might be. And then on the other side is going to be a little garden that I'll create within that chair. And the plan is to do some like a bamboo doorway across here. It's a thought. It's just a thought right now, but I can see how it would work. So maybe that will be up the next time that you come live. And just so I'm hoping to share with you as it progresses. So this is I haven't done much more apart from the sign since I shared with you last, apart from bringing a few plants and stuff in here. But I wanted to go ahead and share with you the sign that's done. And next time I come, I'm hoping to have the doorway up, but if not, then I will definitely share with you something else that's happened. We're going to grab a lawnmower and just go over a lot of the smaller twigs on the ground and just kind of chew them up a little bit, so that there's not a whole lot of those big pieces that are there. The really big pieces have been cleared away, but I still would like there to be just a nice mulched area. So that's the plan next. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and let me know what you think about the sign and the space. I'm I'm really excited. And the reason I decided to do the sign first before really working on a ton of the stuff on the inside of the space is I know that as people come in, they're going to question, well, what's happening here and what's going to be taking place in here. So I can get the thoughts rolling, and then Annika, who runs Mrs. Mango's, she's Mrs. Mango's granddaughter. She will be able to tell people, oh, there's going to be a lot of these different events that are coming, so stay tuned, right? So that's the reason why I said, let me just go ahead and create the sign so that people will know that there's something is going to be happening in the very near future. All right. So thank you all for hanging out with me for this short time, and I will see you all again real soon.